Welcome back to Global Wheel Hub. Today we are diving deep into a bike that's legendary in spirit and now imagined as a 2026 Yamaha, the 2026 Yamaha DT360. While Yamaha hasn't officially announced a modern DT360 for 2026, we've taken inspiration from the classic Yamaha DT360 Enduro of the 1970s, a bike that's earned cult status among dual sport and off-road fans, and envisioned what a 2026 iteration could be like if Yamaha brought this icon into the modern. Today's review covers every detail you'd expect from a modern classic revival: key features, performance, design, price expectations, and unique selling points. Let's roll. Imagine Yamaha dusting off the DT badge and launching a 2026 DT360 as a dual sport/enduro machine that blends heritage with today's technology. The classic DT360 was originally a rugged, aero-cooled, two-stroke single that pumped out around 32 horsepower from a 350cc engine, got to about 133 Macron kilometers per hour, 83 Macron miles per hour, and weighed roughly 134 Macron kg, wet, all with an older school 5-speed gearbox and drum brakes. Engine performance in this imagined 2026 version: Yamaha could take that classic 360cc spirit and update it to meet modern expectations. Engine: a 360cc single-cylinder, likely tuned as a modern 4-stroke or updated two-stroke with fuel injection, giving the bike crisp throttle response and cleaner emissions while preserving torque for trails and highways alike. Power delivery: expect horsepower comfortably above the original's 32 Macron HP, but with broader torque, usable off-road, perfect for tight trail sections, fire roads, and everyday riding. Transmission: a modern 6-speed gearbox with smooth shifting and a robust chain drive keeps the connection between rider and terrain precise and enjoyable. Ride quality: longer travel suspension with generous wheel travel would ensure rider confidence over bumps, roots, and rough surfaces. Updated suspension components also deliver more comfort on pavement than the 1970s setup ever could. The original DT360 was designed to handle both pavement and dirt with equal ease, and a modern revival would undoubtedly retain that versatile character. Design elements: one of the most striking aspects of the classic DT360 was its stripped-down, purposeful look: a slim fuel tank, high front fender, rugged telescopic front forks, and strong dual-shock rear suspension. For the 2026 imagined model, Yamaha could modernize that with LED lighting, overhauling the classic steel fender and tank shapes with integrated LED headlamps and taillights that stay true to the original character while adding modern visibility and safety. Digital cluster: a TFT display with ride info, gear position, and maybe even Bluetooth integration, something riders expect on modern bikes but rarely saw on 1970s Enduros. Modern tires: a mix of on and off-road friendly tires that strike a balance between grip on pavement and adventure on dirt. Color graphics: Yamaha's classic blue and white DT color scheme with updated graphics, a retro meets a modern vibe that appeals to both aficionados and new riders. Performance dynamics: even with a retro-inspired design, the performance would be all about usability, trail-ready handling, with an upright riding position and balanced chassis. The DT360 would be nimble off-road and predictable on pavement. Braking: modern twin discs with ABS would be a welcome upgrade over the original drum brakes, improving safety and control especially on wet or loose surfaces. Fuel capacity: range: a larger tank than the classic's 9 Macron L would mean better range, ideal for adventure rides and long trail days. The classic DT360's versatility made it a favorite for riders who wanted a bike that could tackle dirt roads and highways alike. A 2026 version would aim to preserve that same go-anywhere character. Price expectations: since Yamaha hasn't officially released a 2026 DT360, There's no official price but we can speculate based on current models and what similar medium-sized dual sport bikes cost. A premium dual sport with modern tech typically lands in a mid-range price band, affordable enough for enthusiasts, but premium enough to justify quality upgrades. If Yamaha were to price such a bike globally, it would likely compete with mid-level adventure bikes, balanced between value and capability. Unique selling points: here's where the imagined 2026 Yamaha DT360 would really shine. Heritage revival. The DT name carries serious legacy, a bike that's been part of off-road culture for decades. Balanced versatility, perfect for both trails and street riding, ideal for weekend adventures or daily commuting. Modern reliability. Updating a vintage icon with modern electronics, fuel injection, and safety gear would make it appealing to a broad audience. Character style. Retro charm mixed with fresh tech, a head-turner in any crowd. Final thoughts.